In case you're wondering what the entire row is about UK's vaccination rules and why it's being called discriminatory, why it's being called even racist, let's break it down for you. So the United Kingdom has so far put countries in various lists: red, amber and green. Red being countries from where people coming in have extra screening, amber being where the rules are not that tight, and green being where there is easy entry for people from those countries, and that entry is linked to vaccination. So the row started when the United Kingdom issued a list of countries and vaccines that they would accept, and India was not in that list. India was in fact in the list of countries from where even if people were fully vaccinated with 2 shots, they would be considered unvaccinated, would have to come and quarantine for 10 days in the United Kingdom, and would have to get an RT-PCR test done locally at the cost that the UK government will specify. Now, this was taken up in a very big way, even at diplomatic levels. Minister of External Affairs, Dr. Jaishankar, took this up with his counterpart. Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla said this was discriminatory and that we would reciprocate in India if required. We would be well within our rights. Now, why was it considered discriminatory? Because most Indians have been injected for COVID-19 vaccine with a vaccination called Covishield. Covishield is essentially based on the AstraZeneca vaccine, which the UK has also been giving to people in large numbers. It's essentially the same vaccine. In fact, India has sent 5 million doses of Covishield to the UK, which they have used on their populace. So it didn't quite make sense why one vaccine was considered effective in the United Kingdom but ineffective if administered in India. Hence the huge hue and cry. In fact, even opposition leaders including Shashi Tharoor cancelled some of their engagements in the UK as a sign of protest. Now, the next day, the United Kingdom comes back and says, we have tweaked our policy. In this tweaked version, they've put India from the red list into the amber list, and they have included Covishield as one of the vaccines that they will accept. But no, it's not good news, and the discrimination doesn't really end. What they've said now is that while they will accept Covishield, they will accept it only if it is given in certain countries, and India is not in that list. So an Indian made vaccine, if administered in India, is still not considered to be completely vaccinated in the United Kingdom, and that whole 10-day quarantine process will still play out. The inference from this is that perhaps there is a lack of faith in our vaccination system, that the vaccine certificates that we issue may not be completely trustworthy. There have been some reports of a fake vaccine certificate scam, but the head of the CoWIN app and the National Health Authority, Mr. R.S. Sharma, has said to me that there is no basis for these concerns because those individual scams have to be handled by the law and order regulation at state level. As far as the certificates that the CoWIN app issues is concerned, they all come with a QR code, they're digital entities and easily verifiable by any authority across the world, whether it was truly issued by the government of India or not. So in short, the discrimination still remains. The UK still has to explain why they have no problem with an Indian made vaccine while taking the Indian made vaccine. They have a problem if that same vaccine is administered to Indians in India. And mind you, India is not the only country in this list of countries which is facing this discrimination. The UAE, Thailand, Russia, the entire continent of Africa are among those countries as well, from where you will be considered unvaccinated no matter what vaccine you have taken.